Hello everybody, I wish you had a wonderful day and I now have a wonderful evening with you and I hope we will get to do a lot of stuff today. Let's get started right away. Okay, so we have been working on the game and we've been working on the torches. We can't see the torches in this mode right here, except if we would search for all the torches that we've worked on and then specifically click their particle system. So I would need to now go through every of these torches, and maybe I can make them play. Maybe I can make them play. No, I can't make them play like this, unfortunately. Even now when I selected each of them, I would need to go to each of those torch glow particles and then I can play them. But the easy way to do this, to test this, is just to play the game. Press play and then you can see how the torches will look in game. I'm not sure if we play on normally or maximized right now. We are playing on maximized and this is how the torches are looking right now. I think they're looking beautiful, they're looking alright. And if your player stands next to the torch, you see that the light is emitted on your character a little bit, but it's not over the top. It's just that he's lighted up here and there to have a really realistic fire effect. Now the only problem is if you stand next to too many light sources, then it's going to add up. But this is also in the game. Torches will never be like this for performance reasons. The reason for this is if there's too many lights, I just found this out, it's going to drag a lot of resources, and that is very unfortunate because I think torches next to each other look very nice, but it's not working so well, so we have to drop that. Okay, so what do we have on the list today is the torch effects. And we will do, of course, all torch effects today. That is the minimum what I will do today, this time. I got a new protein shake, but it's not tasting too well, to be honest. I think I will try it with milk like next time, even though it's not always optimal. But yeah, whatever. Not get, I should try to not get too much distracted. So I mean, we'll try to apply the bloom and torches and then projectiles. So we've started to edit with these torches here. Now we can go on to the torch crystals. So if we want to edit the torch crystals here, you can see they have an own particle system, but it's disabled right now, and that is because we want to go into each of these torch materials, disable this torch now, and enable the blue torch. Now all blue torches should be enabled if I go into this prefab and enable this blue light effect. You can immediately see that now the dark areas here are lit up with a nice blue effect. So let's go into the game and see how it looks. And we can see that they have a nice little blue light source. Now these are set so that they light up if you come close to them. I think it sounds a little bit too loud. Yeah. So I'm going first into their prefab and try to change the volume of the light up effect, because I think it's over the top. Is this one? Interesting that I used this. So let's tune it down by 30%. And let's look again. Okay, that sounds a little bit nicer. I think it's still very loud. Maybe I should listen to music, so I can have some kind of reference. So let's just enable some music. Maybe not Pokemon, not yet. Okay, and I immediately see. Okay, I've my headphone volume on very loud, so I need to tune it down. So let's test again and listen to the torches. Okay, that sounds nice. Now normally you would never test your sound effects with sound on, but in this certain instance I was wondering how would it sound if you have other effects playing at the same time. How does it mix? And now I'm convinced that this is actually working well. So let's go in and try to edit this. Now, this is the blue torch effect. It's just a very simple particle effect that is attached with this inspector particle system. Sorry, that was not correct. Also, I want to reset my layout because it's a little bit weird. Okay, now let us take a look to the system. Now we can change this to the torch material. And what I expect then to happen is that little torches will be played inside of the system. Yeah, exactly like this. And this is because we need to make a new material. So let's go to this torch material, and let's just straight up copy its values. Can we do this? I think we can. Copy material properties, make a new material. Call this blue torch material, and now we can just use our shader graph here and insert our torch material. And, oh, it's grayscale material. Yes, this one. Oh, we could just have paste the material properties, I guess. Okay, now this will use exactly the same settings as this particle system. No, it doesn't. Generic bloom shader, it's the wrong shader. I have to do this again. Generic bloom shader. And now this, if I drag in this torch material right here, nothing should happen because we are still using this blue torch material right here. And what we want to use here is just to look up soft material maybe. Shiny material. Ooh, that is nice. And also display noise materials. So how do we decide how it looks? Yeah, we can just go into the game and play the effect here at the point. Now this point does not have enough lighting. We will have to fix it later. We need to find a torch that is next to the player because those are the torches that do have lightning. We immediately see that with this material it looks like not good at all. So let's try to find another particle until we think that it's good. And also the bloom color of this torch should be some kind of teal color. And you can immediately see that there's some teal particles coming up here, and I can increase their strength to make them bloom really hard. That's a little bit odd that if I put it to a negative value, it's blooming like this. Let's take a look into the game and see how this looks, because I think this is kind of interesting as a material right now. Okay, it's way too big though. I think the main problem is that the particle system looks just generically too big. Let's go to this torch crystal material prefab. Sorry, kind of have some kind of hiccup there. So let's drag this down a little bit. Make sure that the light attached to it stays nicely in the middle. I also want to increase the light intensity for some reason. And I want to decrease the size of this particle system. Let's take a look. Okay. Looking a little bit interesting. No, I think this is very interesting. I want to see this in a bigger resolution though. Let's put this to maximize and put the inspector into another window, so we can still select this blue torch material, lock it, press play, and now the inspector is still available to us. And I think this is looking quite nice. It has this magical feel to it, I think. And we can play around with the bloom strength. I think this is also not looking bad at all. But for some reason it doesn't seem to be bright enough. Can increase the color value. It's a little bit odd what is happening there. Oh, I think it's because of this value. No, this doesn't do anything. It's odd. Oh, there we go. And then we can determine how much of the flame do we actually want to affect. So let's first try out. We don't want to affect that much. Let's try to go for a nice middle ground here. I think this is a nice middle ground. I think that the particles are still flying too much to the air, but I think we should keep going with this, because it looks like a really nice particle system. So next thing that I want to edit is actually not the particle. The material. Now I want just to edit the particle system. So here I have this particle system. Can I play it? No, I can't. I can see it inside of this preview. But the first thing that I want to do is just to copy this light here. And the second light will only be applied to the player. And we saw that the player is affected by the lightning just fine, just like I am affected by lightning. And if you overdo it with the lightning, then the player is going to shine too bright and he will just be white. So this here, we should try to decrease it a little bit. So how do we do this? I'm going to put this to 1.5, and then I'm going to say, wait a moment, so they're like of this, no, oh, okay, I have to take a look at the script here. I think this is, this script has some information how the lightning behaves. So I think it's getting the it's going to make every like flicker. Let's change this to an array, because now we have two lightnings, and name this light sources. Let's get an array. And also this float has to be an array then. Then to initialize them, we have to call for each light source that we have. Can we just import this? Okay, now we don't have to always write Unity engine random universal like 2D is okay. That's everything that we need, and then we can put each intensity to 1. No, not to 1. To the intensity of each light source. Now, if for each loop is wrong, let's do a for loop. So with this we are looping through the light sources array and initializing every start intensity load. We still have to say though that this has to be a new plate float with enough memory space for m light sources dot length. So now we have made enough space in the memory for the float and initialized the float with the light sources starting values. Now at the beginning the light source is going to check what is happening, and if it's not going to start active, we need to set its light sources to have the intensity 0. Okay. Now we could also do this with the for each loop, but yeah, it doesn't make a big difference in this case. And now we just have to go through all of these red lines here, make sure that we are using an array instead of an individual light source. So how are we going to do this? Let's try to see what is happening here. Okay, there it's just setting the intensity. And we can do this for loop. Put all of this inside. And then we just have to make sure that we use this I every time. When we want to check anything. See, now it works. Because now we are looping through an array. It's just an array with two light sources, so this is not anything that we have to think about efficiency. Don't think about it, it's not important. Okay, now we're going to this line of code. I don't even understand what's in there. I did understand this when I started to program it, but now I'm just going to fix the algorithm so it works with arrays. And it's going to do exactly the same. Going to do exactly the same, but it's now working with each light source in the array instead of one light source. That's the only difference. So yeah, little bit of trickery in there, but yeah, I think we can deal with this. So normally when I do have these kinds of 2D lights, let me see something. Need to look up how much they flicker. 25. So the minimum value for this would be 25. Okay. So because this can subtract 25 from the intensity, and we cannot have this being a minus value, which is actually possible. We don't want this. So now what we are going to do, you affect nothing, just units. No, you affect nothing, just the background. With your strong lightning, you affect nothing except units with your weaker lightning, because we just want to show, okay, when you're standing next to this torch, you're going to have a light on you, but we don't want to go over the top and have the player being in a white light, shining light. Yeah, this would just look wrong. But how we are doing this right here, the way we are doing it right here, it will just look fine. Okay, now let's go. I think we can put this to 0, 2, and also make the light flicker here to 0, 2. This should work just fine. Now we can go into the game and start this light source here, maybe next to the player. So you can see, we now see how it is displayed in the game. Okay. So, what do we want to do is, I think it's a really nice effect, but it could be more dense. So I want to increase its density. For this I can first decrease the start speed. You can see that it immediately became more dense. You see it's going to bloom all over the place, flow over the place. Put this to a lower value. Yeah, it's already more in the middle ground, because I decreased the spread of the individual particles. I also want to make sure that all the changes that I did in here actually applied as well. Okay. A little bit of a hiccup here. I think the start size could still be smaller. Just like this. And a little bit more at the bottom. Like this. Apply these overrides. And let's take a look in the game. Before we go on, let's take a look in the game. And I still think there's some room for improvement, but we are generally going in a good direction. Yeah, that's looking like a very magical forge. And the only problem is that some of the blue parts here are too dark. There are some dark blue parts in there. I think it's because of the particle system has a color of a lifetime. You can see right here. Put this, restart this, and let's see what happens if I put this out of here. Immediately looking much better and more fitting, like it's fitting to this color scheme overall much better. That one, this white color here seems to be overwritten by this color here. So now it's actually white. But it's still overwritten by our bloom shader. Does it have noise? No, it doesn't have noise. Interesting that it's very random. Let's add some noise. we don't see anything happening. Let's make it stronger. Nothing. That's odd. Now what we should see is that there's going to add some randomness, but I don't see any effect at all. I don't have an explanation for this. But it's also not that important. Oh, it's also emitting in a cone. So what's happening here is it's actually emitting like this. Very interesting. Maybe not a bad idea to keep this. Let's still see what happens if we change this to circle. I'm really surprised because I don't see where this randomness in the mission comes from. I think it was looking better in this kind of cone. This is by accident, but it looks kind of nice. Okay, change the angle. So let's make sure it really comes from the center. Also make sure that both light sources are at the same position. Okay. Interesting though, it only uses 8 particles, so this is really efficient. For this, only to use 8 particles, yeah. Really, sometimes you have nice little accidents. Let's also make this emit a little bit slower. Then we would have to change the shape to have less angle. put this down a little bit. Like here. Increase the lifetime by a tiny amount. But this is not tiny enough, I guess. Like this. I'm not quite sure if we made this worse actually. Now, okay, so now let's just let's play the game. Let's play the game. Oh, this will be the only torch that has all these little changes applied to it. Okay, something with the GUI layout. I don't care. Now I think this left torch here, this one, actually makes sense. But this one looks better. This one just looks better. So let's reverse the changes. No regret. Reverse the changes and start again. So first, I think this color is not that bad. Let's just calm this down a little bit. I think in the game you're going to see it like this. Okay? I maybe have to keep this in mind. Now all I want to do is make this bloom effect look quite okay. Unfortunately, I want this to be shown while I'm playing, so I'm going to drag the inspector out again, so I can play again with the values a little bit while I'm playing. So now you can see this is how it looks when I have very little bloom. Now I'm going to slowly but steadily increase the bloom until I think that the bloom is strong enough. I think for example like this. Now the bloom is looking really nice. Just that the blue particle parts are looking like a little bit too much like they are like the torch is bleeding something. So we can't do anything about this though. Just look what happens if we increase more. Okay, now it's too much. Okay, I think at these values, like 3, 3, 5, this is where it looks really like some magic is flowing out of these torches. We just have to make sure that these blue particles, that they don't mess around with this effect too much. think it's nearly fine. Just go a little bit more from blue to teal. Just like this. Okay, let's make a last test. I think I'm satisfied with the result. Okay, there's still a GUI error. I will have to reset the layout soon. It does not have anything to do with our brush though, and I'm very thankful for that. I think it's looking quite nice, but in the distance it's not bright enough. So let's increase the brightness of this light source here. So this also has a volumetric. I want to set to 0.5. I want to put this to 0.7. So this should be a big step up. See how much it changes. If you pay close attention, the light sources at the edge here, they still emit light. Need to find out why. You can still a little bit of blue around this part, around this torch. See what's happening here. Okay, so the intensity has not been put to 0. I think I know why. Because these have only one boolean, which is fading in and fading out. And once one of the light sources reaches their maximum intensity, it's going to stop. This is going to affect the lighting in both ways. So it will not reach its max intensity because the light source with the lower intensity is going to reach its cap first, and then when both lights are fading out, the light that is going to reach 0 first, 0 or less first, is going to hit this cap, and to trigger that this boolean is going to be set to false, and then this line of code is not going to be called again, but the other light source that is attached to this torch here is still not at 0. So we still have a leftover of light. So how do we do this? The easiest way would be to have this being also an array. Is this good code though? Something really feels bad here. The thing is, I'm telling you this, I'm not doing it, but I'm telling you this. If I would code this from the beginning, I would make this a struct right now. And each light source would have its light source, its start intensity, and its boolean, is it fading out or not? Because if you add more and more, at some point you will have to make it this struct. Now, I'm not working with other people, and it's okay because I know the scope of this project is limited, but in general, if I would start again, make this a struct. Unfortunately, it is too often, way too often, a matter of time. I don't understand this error. What? Whatever. A little bit too lazy to look it up. Can just do it with the for loop. Hopefully. Yes, I can. You didn't see that. And also just cleaning up some little code here and there. So now I'm just doing it, so changing it so we can have each individual fit in or out. My IDE does not do what I want. But that's alright. IDEs are logical and they are not meant to read our minds. And if they would be, I guess that would be horrible, because imagine your IDE not understanding your intention and putting in something really weird inside of there and then telling you, oh, I thought you meant these like sources. And you don't know, I'm talking about something completely different. Okay. So, fading in, fading out. Oh, come on, I can fix this really quick. But how? How do we do this? Okay, here we just want to have a really easy check. And just check for number 0. Not sure with this one though. We can hard code it so it checks for number 0 and 1. That's not good code. But else we would have to make a for loop here for each and just say we define a boolean bool fade values 1. Okay, now that's a really weird name, but it's going to be fine. We just check in the whole array if one of these fading ins is true. We will set this to true. And we will repeat this with fading out. This is actually good code. So this way we can inside more and more light sources, as many of us we want. It will never break. Okay, we can also do this here in this active check. It's not much work for the processor. So this is not eating up a lot. And instead of just looking for the first boolean, we look for the whole array. So it's now going to look for each light source. Is this light source fading in or fading out? The fading in and fading out animation is what you see when you come close to the torch. You hear this lightening up sound, and then the torch is going to lighten up. And during this animation, if it's going to light up or light down, if we then go in and out of the torch, you can kind of break the system, and you can go into this mathematically and write for each case it's still fading out. The player goes out of range, comes into range again during the time it's changing to fading out, and you can really go into the system and try to figure out what to do when in each case. But that is going to be a very complicated code. We can just not allow it to do anything while it's fading in and fading out. So if your light is going on, it's going to be an animation for 0.5 seconds. You can wait for this, it's not a big deal, and just after that you begin checking is the player still in range. If it isn't, okay, fade out. And then during fading out you don't check again. And I think this is much cleaner code. It's easy, it's understandable, readable, and it's not going to break in any case. And this is in most of the cases how you write better code. Okay, we have a null reference. That means we haven't set up everything correctly. And yeah, that's correct, because we haven't instantiated these booleans here, which is quite easy. Just have to say here at the end we can say oh no, it's going to do this activate check, so we have to do this at the beginning. This is a new bool, and its length is going to be the same length as we have light sources. I'm going to do this 2 times, one with fading in, one with fading out. We are done. And this will now 100% work. Every time I say 100%, I mean 1000%. So let's see. And it seems like we still have some light left. If we go away from the torches, it's not good. So if we look at this torch here, this torch still has a little bit intensity left, even though we said please don't stop doing anything if this light source has reached the zero. Something is wrong in our algorithm. That's bad. Now I have to actually read the code and try to understand what's even happening. So first it's going to make this active check, and there's also this activated value which also is not a struct. Okay, but this activated should be for the whole torch system. So we just have to think the thing that we have to look at is this active check. Let's see what happens if one of the light sources reaches zero. So essentially the active check should always put these values here to true. When one of these one of the lightnings is still fading in or fading out. Now how do we change this? Oh, what is the problem? I don't see the problem yet, to be honest. I need to put out the music, unfortunately. Because right now I need to really think hard. Need all my brain power available. So, what's happening here? So this active check set false. This was correctly done. Then every fading out was set to true. So it should have started to fade out. Okay. So these lines are correct. The problem happened here inside of this line of code. So this should work as long as not every fading out is set to false. And I don't think that there is a line that does that. Need to be sure though. I don't see any. I don't see any line that puts this to false. Is that correct? It's correct. Then the only possible way that this could still happen is when it's simultaneously trying to fade in. There's an easy way to find that out. I'm going to play normally and see if the lightning here changes if I'm not in range. Okay, let's. Oh no, I didn't put it to normally. My bad. Okay, now let's take a look. What happened? Now I can see all three lights seem to have a blue blue outline. let's see what happens here in the intensity. It's not changing at all. Okay, so my first thought was that maybe both of these lines, this line and this line, would be executed, but then, because delta time is not going to be the same every time, the intensity would kind of change it a little bit each frame. You would see that inside of the inspector. I'm not ruling that out completely, but I think it's unlikely. So maybe there's some kind of stop function. That also does not seem to be the case. But how? How is this possible then? I don't get it. Everything seems to be coded just fine. That's really, really weird. Because obviously there is a mistake done by me. Again, we have the intensity, leftover intensity It did not fade out completely. With this torch, it did fade out completely. So it's not happening every time. It's also inconsistent, which does not make it better. This one is even left with 0.37 light intensity. That's way too much. Is there maybe another script attached to this? Not really. Lighting effect setting should not affect the light intensity. No, it's not affecting the light intensity. So we are just left with this script, and the error is inside of this. And it is my fault, and I have the responsibility to find this error. So I think the assumption is, my assumption is wrong, that it is this line of code, which was my initial assumption. So if it's not this line of code, which would put it to 0, what's happening then? Let's just check out every time the intensity is affected. So this would put it to time delta time. This is only going to do anything if it's not activated. When it's fading out, it is not activated. Hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is really unfortunate, because I still don't find where we could, for example, fade in. Because we could this active check, as long as one fading out is false, the active check is also always to say false. And only once it's not fading, the active check is going to return true. And only if the player comes close. So this seems like a really easy problem, But the solution is going to be quite hard, I guess. I found it. Because this is only affecting number 0 and not every fading out. Yeah, okay, that's annoying. Okay, that's such a simple error. Okay, let's play some music again. It's going to work 100% now. And that definitely was an error. And it would definitely also explain what was happening. So good chance that this did fix it. Yeah, now you can see these 3 torches are completely dark, and we fixed the error. Well, it took 10 minutes longer than expected, but it's again just 10 minutes. That's okay. I'm not too happy with this torch here. I think this does not look bright enough for a torch. I'm also a little bit confused because the aiming system right now is black. That's not correct. Another thing that we have to go and look into. I think this is in the player UI, the crosshair. I think this should have the sprite unlit material. Let's take a look. If this fixes the crosshair. Yeah, it's fixed. Now the crosshair has its red color as it should have. Let's apply this. I don't even know how this could ever work. It's just a small change. So I'm not too happy with the light intensity of torches in the distance. Let's play normally. Select a torch. This one here. And what I want to see is how high the intensity has to be so it looks correct in the distance. Oh, we're not moving the player. Now you see, this doesn't look like a torch because the light is not strong enough. Let's pause this and increase the intensity.
Now listen closely. Here's a little lesson in trickery. This is going down in history. If you wanna be a villain #1, you have to chase a superhero on the run. Just follow my moves.
It is not the intensity. It is these black particles. So let's take a look at the particle system. I think we should also select the material. So nothing should actually make this black. put this to 0.7 for a more realistic value. Okay, I think we have to apply more color. This was not going to look well. Yeah, if I put this value too low, then it's going to subtract color. This is exactly what we don't want, so we have to be very, very careful with this. Because now it's way too white. So let's put down the color strength. And now it looks like we're going to be okay here. It definitely looks more acceptable. Also seeing a little bit of lightning on the character. It's not much, but you can notice it. It's good. Okay. So last test, and I think then we will be done with this setting. I will play in maximize, and I will try to find the best values in the expector for the particle system, because I'm really happy with the particle system right now. Looking nice, but I think we should play around with it one last time, because we want to have this nice little edge, to have this torch next to the character, having a little bit less lightning. In this torch here at the edge. Now I think this is looking really cool, but if I say I want to have less lightning at the torch close to the character, I need to try out a little bit more of the values. So one way I could do this now is to play a little bit with the bloom first. Okay, now I don't think we can go lower with this. With bloom strength. I also don't think that we should go so low. Now this value seems to be good right now. So the only way I still think we could improve this is by decreasing the lightning again. I don't think we can make the particle system look much better. So we have to decrease the lightning. There's no way around this, unfortunately. But in the end, it's like a triangle with ABC. Have it look too bright, have it look too dark in the distance, and have a nice blue light to it. And this is our triangle ABC, and we can only pick two of these things and try to make them look good. And in the end, we have to ditch one of them. And I think the particle system with the bloom is looking so nice that we should ditch a little bit of the blue lightning. Because we can't have everything. So let's put down the intensity of this lightning. Yeah, and try again. Let me look one more time at the color. I think we can make this a little bit more into teal. Like this is real teal. And you can immediately see that the tone that is coming from these torches has changed. And because blue is more of a dark color than teal. Teal is a really bright color especially compared to blue. Now, as we can see, we have to be careful to not put too many of these lights next to each other. This is something that we have to control. Let's look how the character is looking. Okay, it's still acceptable if he's in between those lights. But let's keep in mind, if we put too many lights next to each other, it's not going to look good. They're not adding up together well. But as I said, it's nothing that we are doing in the game anyway, because light is very resource intensive and always has been. Light always has been one of the most resource intensive things in gaming history. Can make them flicker a little bit less. This should tone them down a little bit. And there's a GUI error. I'm going to reset the layout. Might have been because I dragged the inspector out. Now this error still persists, but this time it's not my fault. This time it's not one of my scripts. So yeah, happens. I think we can still go down with the intensity of the light. Oh, come on. I don't want to grab anything from the camera. Okay, just grab a torch crystal, keep editing. Never stop editing. Oh, and I see the problem. I think this overrides the light intensity, so we were never actually applying the new intensity. Yeah, okay, now we see the lighting has been toned down a lot. Let's see how it looks. I think it looks fine. Yeah, why not? I think not every torch has to have a really bright shining light. Okay. Still want to try something out, so might be a little bit stupid not to give up, but I don't care. So it still has blue particles in here in the middle. Yeah, I think if you add a little bit more blue to it, it's going to look a little bit more pretty. As you now see this blue outline with this torch. This torch also has this blue outline, but it's stronger than this torch. Let's see if we get rid of this here and apply blue to the whole particle system. Doesn't seem to do anything, unfortunately. I guess this is going to be overwritten somehow. So yeah, I think this start color is going to be overwritten by the particle system in some way. See how it looks. Yeah, that's nice. That's a little nice two-color effect. Let's apply it. And let's take a look. Shouldn't change too much, just a little bit. A little bit more blue. Yeah, gives them a really nice outline. So now it really feels like they are feeling your presence, and they're glowing stronger once you come closer to them. And that if you're going to move away from them, then the glow is going to be more in the blue. Some nice little detail. Now, this is really good for these kind of torches because these are actually reacting to the distance to the player. They're activating, deactivating regarding to the distance to the player. So I think this is really a nice detail there. Want to change one more thing in here. Okay. Just a little adjustment. You can tone this distance down a little bit, and it will activate when we come really close, but stay activated a little bit longer. Just a little bit, a little small detail there. So you can still see it go out if you go away, but here it will stay active a little bit longer. Okay. Good. So far, so good. Let's go on. So, were that all the torch effects that we have? No, unfortunately not. But it will. The next ones will be way faster. So let's go to our custom-made tile palette. And then we have this torch brush. The torch brush holds elements of torches. Now we have already put inside of this tile set 2 different torches. Now we want to try out all the other torches and then add another torch. Now we still have this left torch. What is this going to do? It's pick element, this is random, pick element 2 and void. We have this torch, and element 3 is the torch at the other sides. No, normally you put them inside of castles at the walls. So now if we can do this here, no we can't. And we would have to try out some different layers here. Let's maybe put them here. Yeah, I would need to adjust them a little bit here. So what we need to work on is the left variant though. So let's pick element 2. Oh, 2 is the right one, okay. And then we will need to work on the torch stand. This one. This has an own lightning system. And after that we will make a new torch and make a new element in here. And this torch is going to be the ghostly torch. For this we can actually draw torch number 0. No, not going to do that. Let's search for torch. Here's the torch prefab. I want to create a different variant. And what I want to do here is make the ghost torch. Spooky variant. Because we have a material for this. And this is going to be, we have a ghost castle, and this is going to be the same torch, but instead of using, for some reason this is disabled. That's not correct. Oh yeah, I know why. And in the variant, we're just going to use another material here for the flame. Can we find this ghost? Search for spooky torch. It looked better in the preview. Okay, I don't know why it's not working yet, but let's drag in the rewind inside of this element. Oh, it immediately deletes itself. That's interesting. Okay, now it's inside. No, it's not. Something's not right. So for some reason this eliminated watch number 1. Can we change the order? No. It's not good. And we have to drag them in again. Okay, I hope this is not happening again, because this would mean we have to code. We have to pick element 5 and put it here. It's going to be the spooky torch. Just a variant that is going to be green instead of orange. This is all there is to it. And here you can see what I was trying to do there. This torch is going to look a little bit different. We put it next to the character. You can see it's glowing kind of weird. I think we will still have to put this glow down here. We can still try to work with this material to maybe change a little bit. This is the spooky torch. And it's just a weird torch, to be honest. Also increase the size of this thing. Okay, let's apply all the overrides. Okay, this should work immediately. Let's not bother anymore for this torch. It's not that important. I think it's working, and I want to go on. Now we have this torch here, which is really way too strong. I mean, this doesn't look like a torch. It's just looking like some kind of gas pipe in Russia right now. But that intensity is way too unrealistic. So let's try to tone that down by a lot. Like this is way better. It's still very much over the top, but we still haven't applied the render material of the torch, which is going to change it a lot. It's actually not changing that much, to be honest. It's a little bit more bad. And instead of changing the size, let's try to change the shape. Put this to the circle. It's not good. Box. Yeah, box would be fine. Just need to make this box into the right scale. I think this effect overall is a little bit too much to the right. Let's go ahead and play it again. And it's looking just fine. But we need to do something about this top part. I think it's living too long. That seems to be about right. Now because we need to keep testing. Let's put this here. Let's get rid of all the other torches, unfortunately. I can just put them in this torches parent. Disable that one. So this will make it more easy for us to test how the torches will be looking. And for this torch here, this side torch, actually want to have the same effects as on these normal torches. So let's copy this. Let's copy this torch, drag it right over here, and then make the lightning of those two torches match, because those two torches are essentially the same. You just need to make sure that they use the same values now. And in the end, I should not forget to apply these values to the prefabs. And then this flame here, I really like this flame. And let's compare to the normal torch. See that the flames have a way different look. So the first thing is I just want to drag in the torch material for this one. And they still look very different. It's surprising me if they use the same flame. This one uses flame 4. This one is also using flame form. So I think it's this liking here. Ah, I see. It's the color. The color is filled out. Oh, interesting. Now I can still try to copy this particle system and insert it into the left side. Okay, now they look pretty much like they are the same. Because these two torches cannot essentially use different systems. They can, but it's not going to look consistent. The one torch just has different light than the other. You see that these two torches are essentially the same. The player is just asking himself why. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and press play. And if this works, we'll have some new nice torches. And I would say the stand is looking a little bit weird. I think the stand here, this one, needs more light attached to it. I think there's no light attached to this stand here. It's a problem. This torch here, that's nice. I really like this torch, to be honest. And I don't know what happened over here. What? Oh, okay. These two torches have been applied to the wrong tile map. They're shifting. So now they should be at the right position. So the problem was they were attached to a script that is supposed to shift back once to the left, and yeah, it changed their position quite a lot. Now this torch has a light attached to it, but it's not strong enough. The green one, completely fine. This one, completely fine. This one, completely fine. Really nice. Okay, now I can go on and edit these torches, but as I said, I have to come to all good things have to come to an end. So last thing is I'm going to increase the intensity of this light, set it to only affect background. Copy it. And the second one is going to only affect the player. It is going to be way less intensive. Put this to 0 2. Okay. And I think the only torch that is missing here is the ghost torch. I can find that right now. The torch, where are you? Here it is. Okay, it's just sitting in the root folder. I need to drag it down here. This is going to take a while because there's a lot of leaves here. This is unsorted, it's a test level. This is how it's supposed to be. Okay, here we are. So, let's apply all the overrides. Okay, this one doesn't have any. And now all the torches that we draw now. This overrides the prefab, and the prefab is going to be applied every time we draw a torch. So this will make sure that the values that we set for the torch are going to be in every torch now. Yeah, and I think this looks just right. Except for the stand. Now the stand is a little bit too dim. Let's change the stand. Let's increase the lifetime to 2. No, that doesn't feel right. Let's increase double the size. Increase the lifetime again. Increase the size. I'm getting there. I think this is looking fine. Let's play and look. Let's take a look at the stand in comparison.
Smash through the blocks that bar your way. No time for fear, just let it all fall away. Nobody believes in
Yeah, I think that's nice.
just look at the way they stare. So what if we live in a walled garden? As long as I've got you, then I don't care. Kick up the wall and take the plunge. Trip
Okay.
through dimensions. Up on the moon, we'll soar. Just lead the way.
Apply the override. Now let's, before we delete those, take a test and see if they really have changed their default look. So let's just draw on the time map here. Number 1, okay, quite okay. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. We're starting at 0, this is why this is number 6. I can't see them completely because they're hidden by this tile map, which is very unfortunate. But I think the test is complete. Bringing them around is just going to waste time. I've seen that the prefab is applied, and that is everything that is important right now. So let's delete the torches. Enable these torches again because they can look nice in the test level, I think. And this means we have completed our apply bloom to torch effects task. Yay! Another task completed. So next task is going to be apply bloom to projectile effects, which is going to be a lot. But if we keep the rhythm that we have with the torches are actually a little bit more complicated than most of the projectiles. So if we try to be disciplined here, we can make this today and tomorrow. Definitely. So I'm not going to say that I can do all of them today. This would be over the top. In half an hour I want to kind of do the last one and then I will end the stream, so there's not much time left. Still, I want to do the next particle. So what does this task even mean? Apply bloom to projectile effects. In the game, you can learn a whole set of projectile effects. So let's first look at what we are actually talking about. Take a look at the player. Here is the player, and we are going to drag the player over here. And also the camera, because the camera has a light to it, attached to it. And now we are going to select the player and give him some abilities. I'm going to explain later what we did there. He has different abilities. He has skill 12. Skill 12-2 is a projectile. Skill choice 0-1 is a projectile. I think 2-1. The next one, last one is 8-1, I think. Wasn't there one more? No, okay. That's all the ones. And we have also tell the global variables that the player knows these skills. Because if the player is going to check if he knows certain skills, and if he doesn't know certain skills, he's not going to be able to use them. So let's look at the first particle. And we are in the wrong Z position. Happens. It's not the player, it's the camera. It has to be in Z -10. Because obviously, if this is the plane and the camera has to be in this position, if the camera is here, it's not going to look at anything. Okay, and we see the first projectile here. It does not have any kind of lightning. Yeah, this doesn't use any bloom. You see the player is actually trying to make a... Maybe if I pause this at the right moment, I can show you. Now you see that there's a spawn effect here. It's not at the good position, but where's the bullet spawn? It's here. Can I change that? I don't think it's hard-coded. Let's change the bullet spawn. Just want the bullet spawn to be a little bit more over here. See if this changes too much. Because I just saw this charge effect is displayed at the wrong position. We want the charge effect to be in your hand. And in the hand you want to have your power. This looks more like it. Now you can really see he's going to make his bullet spawn this little effect, and it looks much better this way. Okay. So, with projectiles, I'm not only meaning the projectile, but also the effect that is displayed with the attack. So let's just go through this whole folder and let's look at everything. This is the Blackmagic charge effect. You can see this would be really nice to have some bloom attached to it. What does it use? That's interesting. It uses sprites. So we can. This is really interesting. So first we can make these particles use our generic. Oh, I'm not writing this code. This material. Generic bloom shader. So let's look where this shader is. And create a material for this instance. Blackmagic charge sprite material. And what I want to do is, you see that these sprites here are blooming? They are not. It's an illusion. It's just done in Photoshop. Now we will make them bloom in the game. So, to see how this will look in the game, we have actually to direct them in. This one. You can already see it seems to have bloom. It's not, it's just a like to attach to it. That's not bloom. It's just the illusion that it's bloom. But we will make it bloom. You see, now it blooms. This is real bloom now. I can try to find only the middle part. I can make the outer part bloom. Unfortunately, it seems like it's only looking for the color. That's a little bit unfortunate. Or maybe it... Oh no, because I didn't put this to white. We couldn't see if it's only infecting the middle parts. We can make it bloom like this. Okay, let's test it out. Let's just test this out. It looks a little bit too much. I think we should more go into the red. So, yeah, unfortunately we overdid it a little bit. Okay, let's just apply a little bit of blue. That is not red. So it's 255 red, 2 green, 2 blue. Yeah, it looks a little bit more balanced. It's still very strong. It's also not something that you see very strongly. So I'm going to put this completely into red. This color. Can change the intensity. Could that possibly only affect the red parts? I don't think so. Nope. Okay, I'm just going in circles right now. Okay. Also want to change the position again. A little bit further to the right. So going to apply this to there. A whole transform. Hopefully that doesn't does not make any problems. Okay. I'm still not convinced that it is nice to have this bloom that much. No, let's not do it. let's go back and go to this effect. Just select this material here. Also select maybe can we make this material different? And these are at least now the right materials. Okay, it doesn't want me to put to select a sprite sheet. That's unfortunate. Because I would like to have a nice preview in here, but okay, and we don't have a preview. Let's put the color to white, make it bloom white, and I think the white bloom looks like in the preview. But in practice, not so much. Yeah, I think that's you always see more things happening there than you can comprehend with your eyes. So I think that's enough. Could do something about this effect here because it's a little bit. I don't know. Can we do? Can we though? It's weird. Interesting that this all is in one system. It has a really weird shape, to be honest. Like, some of the particles fly into the center, some fly outside, and it's all one particle system. Unbelievable. For me at least. Because this is really not easy to do. We could make this bloom a little bit. Not too convinced if this is a good idea. Nonetheless, I'm going to do it. Just because, why not? Just because. Generic. Yes, the generic bloom shader. We're going to apply this. And this time we want to use the medium particle system. And we immediately see, oh yes! Now that is a nice, interesting effect. No regrets at all. Just a little small improvement. Let's immediately apply this. And you can drag the inspector out. Can you please keep playing? No, you can't. So okay, let's maybe reset the layout. And what I want to do then instead, is to open a new inspector window. Now we should be able to open another inspector window. Yes, now we can select this bloom. We see we have a nice, really nice effect here. And we are going to make this even nicer. We're going to make this as nice as we can. And for this we are going to first lock this inspector here. So now it's locked. And now I can, with the second inspector, change the values, and this will keep playing. This is why I need a second inspector. Okay, first I can try to mess around with this. Now we know this will always be white, because this particle is completely white. So the fine bloom color is always to be the same. We are either going to find the whole color or nothing. There's not a lot of variation there. Maybe we could change the alpha channel. I don't think it's going to do anything. No, it's not going to do anything. And then the bloom color will of course be completely red to match the color scheme. And then we can play around with blooming less or more. Could also try negative bloom. It doesn't seem to work. Okay. Can also increase the intensity here. And I think this is a case where we should We could either do it very strong, or we could make it very subtle. And let's try the strong variation first, and then go for a mixed subtle variation, some kind of middle ground where you try to find the right amount of bloom that you want to have. Now this is a little bit weird. Dock area has been destroyed. Okay, so Unity is really having a problem with the Windows system. With the Windows system, I mean the windows inside of the editor. This is nothing that I have control on. This is a Unity problem. I might have to restart the editor and hope that in the next patch this will be fixed. Okay, let's try to play this. And I think this is over the top. It looks good in the preview, but when we are playing the game, it's not going to look well. So let's go for the next option. Let's again play this particle system. Select its material. Oh, it's using the wrong material right now. Oh no. Now to reset all the values in here, I need to... Oh no. Now I need to reset the values inside of this torch material. Go back there as much as I can. Okay, I think these are the values that we had in the torch system. So that was my bad for using the wrong particle mask. Okay, we still have to go back. Okay, now we have the white particle in here. Let's go back and try to give this the correct shader. Thankfully we could reverse the changes, else we would have to redo the values for the torch material, and that took a long time. I would not be too happy about that. So this one is going to be the Blackmagic charge particles material. Going to apply this. It shouldn't do anything yet. It's just looking weird. Because if you look closely, these are the torch sprites. It's actually small little torches that are flying around there. Let's edit this to use the medium particle system. Now we have the old result that we wanted to work with. And as I said, this time I want to make sure that we have bloom, but I want to be more subtle with it. Just have a little bit of bloom so it doesn't look too stale. Let's go down with the color strength. Okay, let's try it out. Now it doesn't look like we are doing anything at all right now, but actually last time I tried this, the bloom was stronger in the game than in the preview. Okay, now it doesn't apply. Okay, it's not strong enough. Let's put this to 1. Just see what happens. Now it should bloom more. Not really. Let's play the effect again. Now here it looks like it's really blooming, but when we're trying it out, it looked much more just like red. So let's increase the strength, double it again. And now we see in the preview it should really now have some kind of effect. If it's not blooming now, something is wrong. Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So these red kind of particles are from Blackmagic charge. And they're not using the particle system. They're not using the material that we have applied. My bad. I forgot to apply the material to the prefab. And if you don't apply the material to the prefab, every instance of your game object is not going to use the material that you have set up. Okay. Now, as I said, that looked over the top. Let's go with 1, and I think after that, let's maybe try 1 or 2 more values and go on to edit the actual bullet. Okay, with 1 you don't see anything, so let's try 1.5. Okay, and now we want to have the nicest bloom ever. Actually, you won't notice it at all. It's just trying to add effect after effect on top. And I can see it blooming. Looks a little less stale. But it's very subtle. It's very, very subtle. Can see it here, and it just looked like the light here, this point light is decreasing very fast. Okay, last one, 175. Seems changing in it? Yeah, this is changing. Okay. Yeah, okay, we are seeing the effect of this looking way bigger. Let's decrease the size of the particles. Because I think they are looking too big. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Okay, the next thing that we want to edit is, you see the bullet, this projectile effect here, this one. And this is the next thing that we want to actually edit. Let's try to find the actual prefab. The first thing that I see is it's using wrong name. This needs to be in English, because I said English only, and have to rename this file then. Okay, now it uses a correct name. It's not going to cause any problem. And the next thing is I'm going to create a new shader for this. Then we have the generic bloom shader, and we are going to create a new material. We create it out of this. No, not really. Blackmagic. Projectile. Shader. Material. A material, not a shader. My bad there. And this is going to be the standard one. It's going to use these sprites here, but that doesn't really work. The most important... Oh no, cancel. I don't want to build. Accidentally first build the project now. Okay, now we want to put this material here to the character. This is the game object. We want to make it use our material. Okay, you see nothing's changed. Then we are going to change this color here to red. We need to find the right values for this. You can see that this I can find how much do I want to apply, how much red do I want to let bloom, how much do I want to affect with my bloom effect. I think the bloom strength is way too low. It needs to blend in with the rest of the projectile. Could also put this to white. It seems it won't add up. Could also make this bloom very much. Okay, I'm already way over the top right here. So I think I'm not sure if this will look well in the game. Let's just change the material and let's try to see what happens. Okay, we have an error. Null. Okay, what is this about? Miss sound. Okay, this is because we have this object in the game and it expects us to not have this. Let's just disable this because this does not have it's not probably initialized. It is supposed to be initialized by the player, not just be spawned in. Okay, this looks really janky because the material is also applied to the death animation. I think it looks kind of cool, but not in a good way. So it looks kind of too retro. So let's change that. So where's the material? Yes, there's the material. And let's go ahead and just stop putting in a ridiculously high amount of bloom. Put this to a realistic value here. And let's only make the middle part of it bloom. Oh no, I forgot to disable this projectile. Now it will say, okay, not initialized. It's supposed to be. But from the preview, it looked nice. And doing all of these attacks, of course, it takes a while. It always takes a while. It's not going to be done in 5 minutes. Yeah. I think this is much better than what we previously had. Yeah, that's nice. It's really, really nice. So it's just a small addition, but it's better. And sometimes it's the small addition on top of everything until it looks good that are going to make things look well. So what I want to do next is I want to test the hit effect that you get when you hit somebody. And for that, actually, if we go through every effect like this, it will take forever. So we need to rethink. It's also after 0 o'clock in Germany. So I need to make a plan. Now let's take a look into the prefabs at least before I decide when I will end the stream soon. So we still have all these effects here that have to be edited one after another. Then we have all these attacks that you can spawn in. We have all these hand attachments that you can have in the game. If we use as much time as we have previously for each projectile, it's going to I'm not going to be finished with this week. Oh, I'm going to be finished in this week actually, but it's going to take a little bit too long, in my opinion. So I got an idea. So let's end this stream with one last thing. Let's just drag in everything in here and have them being displaced in the game. And next time when we start, then we can just start to apply an effect to each of them. So what I mean, let's just try to make a setup where we can work really fast with what we have learned today. So next time we can just do this like in a real production, particle after particle after particle. Be fast. Okay, so we've done this one. Let's still drag it in here for comparison, and then drag in all the other effects that we have. We see there's a lot of nice effects here that can be spawned by the player. Yeah, these are hand attachments. These ones, they tell you if your next attack is going to be these are empowerments. They are going to double your damage. This one is going to be the explosion. This one is going to be an attack that is going to spawn small little bullets, the projectile attacks. This is going to spawn a boomerang, and this is going to be a bite that can be cast from far away, so that you can bite enemies that are not directly in front of you. It's really it just has a lot of practical implications in this game, because biting is very important here. So these are the hand attachments. This is going to be the first row. And then there's going to be the hit effects. I also want to have them in front of the time map. This is going to be the first hit effect, second one, third one, fourth one. And these are all important. Oh, I already had that. And in the end, I will need to increase the lightning. Actually, let's do this right now. Let's put the global the global lightning. There it is. Put this to 09, 08. This is how you would normally see these effects in the game. So we don't have to look at these in the dark. Drag the camera to them. I don't want this. Okay. What was the last effect? Also, because this is going to be a lot of effects, make sure that we have them all in one big parent. Effects, editing. Could actually think it'd be nice to put them over here. Put the player and the camera over here. So next time we can look at them really fast, go over here and look at them. And let's set this as a default parent. This means if we drag in anything, this will be the parent. And to make this even faster, was the last one? Empowered hit effect. Blackmagic empowered effect. I think this one. No. This one. So let's drag in all of these, put them in here, and make sure they are around here. Now I still have to position them. This here, put this here, put this here. Okay, I actually think we have to do something about the player right there. Okay, sorry player, but you have to go. Going to fall. Oh, it's more about the camera. We need the camera to be here. Ooh. Okay, what's something red incoming? Interesting. These are all effects that can be played in the game, and you're going to see them in the game. Some are really subtle effects. Some are not. Some are really nasty. Oh yes. You can see if a skill is empowered, it's not going to going to just deal more damage. It's going to have a different effect. And these effects can be very impressive, in my opinion at least. But we will have to see about that. This is just sound, this is not going to be in here. It's this. And this is just a body effect. Get out. And this might be a problem. We will need to put this somewhere else because this is going to mess with our lightning. This is the strongest attack that the player can spawn in. And yeah, it's pretty much a big explosion. Okay. Good. Now if I play the game, let's save first. If I play the game, the game probably is going to say there's a null exception because all these effects, I'm pretty sure some of them want to detect the player or be initialized. Yeah, it's immediately going to say there's a null reference. This effect, okay. So we can maybe fix this immediately. Let's just try out some of the materials we already have. Just try out some of these materials. You can see not blooming like I thought it would, interestingly. I think this looks nice, but let's go ahead and make a material for this bite effect and then look if something else is going to stop the game if we want to play. And if we have a setup that we can work with tomorrow, and we can call it a very good day. Because today we have finished all the torch materials and started a new project here. And I think tomorrow we will be much faster. I'm not sure if we can get through all the particles and effects, but that would be great. I'm trying to find this color here. I'm not sure if I can try to only make this bloom, this middle part. Yeah, I can kind of. Here, now I got it. And make this bloom white. Unfortunately, it has a white bloom out the outside, which is not that nice. Okay, we need to go into the red zone, I think. Now, unfortunately, it has a white outline. And the white outline will always be outside, so we will never be able to only find the middle part. And try, kind of, but no, it's not really working. I think this is the best we can do with this. This is still not very convincing. Okay, now let's take a look at the effect. I have trouble finding it. Here it is. And just for comparison, sprite lit. Without effect. With effect. Without. With. And I think it looks a little bit better. Not a lot, but let's apply this this material here. Delete this because now we will never be able to see how it's looking in the game without applying a lot of changes. Let's see if we can. Yes. Okay. Now we saw there's a lot of things going on because all the effects. The hit effects are going to be played one time and then delete themselves. This is why we are never going to be able to see how they are looking in the game. Also, don't be fooled because the character is now neon white. This is just because we have added global lightning on top of the character right now. In the game later we will set the global lightning back to 0.1. Now it's nearly 1, and the character has now more light on him than he should be allowed to. He's somewhere in have value of 115 and he's blooming all over the place. This is of course just for testing reasons and not going to be disturbed by that. Okay, so next time we're going to go through all of these effects, all of the particles. So, thank you so far for watching. As I said, next time it's all going to be all the particles, all the exciting bloom that I have been talking about for a week now. And I'm also really excited about how we can maybe make them look really nice. Some of the effects that we have in the game right now, I think, are just fine by themselves. Not going to trying to improve things. They are already really good, and sometimes change is not good if you try to overdo it. So you can make things worse. But there's a lot of effects. They can improve by just making them bloom a lot. And next time we can just go in the game, apply some bloom, try different color variations, and maybe, hey, we can find something that looks really awesome, and I'm really looking forward to that. So, thank you for tuning in so far. I'm going to end this stream now, and I wish you have all a wonderful good day. Bye!